The bench press to me has always been, um, at least for the past 3, 4 months, been my least favorite out of the three main compounds that I'm doing at the gym: squatting, deadlifting, and then bench press. Um, and it's not only because I'm the weakest by far on bench press, it's just because I don't feel like I get to engage a large part of my body compared to the two other compounds. In deadlifting, you have your quads, you have your hams, you have your lower back, your lats engaging, your arms being pulled, your shoulders trying to keep your shoulders back, all that stuff going on at once. Your hips as well are involved. And with squatting, that's literally your entire lower body, basically your entirety of your legs, even your calves, in my opinion, are to some degree engaged because you're trying to keep that balance. You're trying to keep yourself tight, even at the bottom of the squat. You've got your glutes and you've even got your core. You're trying to keep tight as well. On the way back up, you don't want to lean forward on the squat. You don't want your lower back to take over. I mean, it is. I mean, it's something that people do. Some people like to incorporate their lower back a bit more than others when it comes to squat, and then you're using even more of your body. But with the bench press, besides the legs simply stabilizing your upper body and your shoulders acting as secondary muscle groups, you've only really got the triceps and the chest. Um, there is still a lot going through my head when I do bench press. I think about my lower back not making contact with the bench. I think of my feet being planted and driving through my legs, having my elbows closer to my body than usual to try and get the form right, and squeezing my chest basically at the top, and trying to disallow the engagement of my shoulders because that's also not something I want. I don't want my shoulders being engaged. I want to focus it on the chest, and that's one reason. Again, today I'm doing lower weight. I'm doing lower weight, and I'm doing the reps slowly. It felt good. Um, Felt like I had energy, and I made the 80 kg feel heavier than it actually was in the sense that I did go slower. I made sure I touched my chest and um, completed the reps correctly. I did it in a way that I made sure I was engaging the right muscle groups that I want. I didn't bring in the shoulders. I didn't bring in anything unnecessary. I just used my legs to stabilize myself and focused on my chest. Um, Felt good. Rest was good. But yeah, I talked about in the past when it comes to chest, it's not as functionally useful compared to the squat or the deadlift. Pressing things, I mean, sure, in daily life can be helpful, but things like picking something up where you have the deadlift, or again picking something up again with the squat, using your legs, using your lower back. I feel like that would be more important in random situations in life. I mean, there's situations in life with obviously where chest is also really important, but that's not the only thing I think about. It's just a sense of engagement. Um, Another thing where it's not that appealing to me is that if you fail on bench, you can really hurt yourself. You can kill yourself. People have died from doing this because they haven't had the right safety equipment. They haven't thought of things logically, rationally, and they just kind of try and press a weight that is completely beyond what they would be able to press, and they end up letting the barbell fall on their neck, fall on their head, and that's it. It's over. And that's crazy. That's tragic. I mean, that's just, well, yeah, and it just happens just like that out of the blue. You're at the gym, and the next you're not. Um, but yeah, it was fine. I have fun with bench. I think it's good, but the progress is obviously slower than I want it to be. I mean, 85 was a possibility today. It would have been fine, but I want to get more comfortable with the 80 before I move on again back to 85. I was weak in a sense, but I had a lot of energy as well. So that's as best as I could explain it. The last set was fine. Everything felt good, and then we just did, I think, 3 accessory workouts for chest and for triceps. We did chest flies, cable flies. We did some tricep push downs, and then we did some forearms, and that was it. I mean, that was my gym session. I did a couple I think there was one or two more exercises, but nothing crazy. Nothing that takes too much of my time. Um, just getting the blood flowing. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that was it for today. I feel fine, feel good. It's a Friday, get to relax, and more work to come back on Monday. But I'll see you guys tomorrow.